This is lesson 48, subtracting mixed numbers with regrouping. So just a quick reminder that there are three different types of fractions. There is a standard fraction, there is a improper fraction because your numerator is larger than your denominator, and there is a mixed number. Mixed numbers are mixed numbers because you have a whole number and a fraction. That's why they're mixed. Okay, improper, standard. So we're going to be working with mixed as well as improper today, and you'll see why. So we're going to start off with 4 and a 6, and we're going to take away 1 and 2/6. Now, if you notice this right away, okay, we still just bring over the denominator because both denominators are 6, so we still bring that over, and then we would normally look at our numerators and say, hey, what subtraction do we need to do? Unfortunately, we cannot take 2 from 1, as you see here. We have one finger, we cannot take 2 of them. Okay, so we need to borrow or regroup from the whole number. So we're going to actually take one of these whole numbers and we're going to put it into the numerator. Now, that does not mean we're putting 1, because remember, if I have, okay, a whole, I've broken it into 6 pieces, okay, because I want to keep everything nice and even. So I've broken that whole into 6 pieces. So the whole that I'm borrowing from 4 is actually 6 that I'm putting up top. So I then go, okay, 6 plus 1 is 7. I now have 7 pieces of 6 altogether. Okay, I have 7 pieces of 6 altogether, and I have 3 wholes that I have not cut up. Okay, another way to look at this would be to remember that these 3 wholes, actually let's start back from the 4. Okay, if I had the 4 and 1/6, remember that this 4 is actually 6 over 6, 6 over 6, 6 over 6, 6 over 6. Okay, that is equal to the 4. Okay, it's 6 over 6, 6 over 6, 6 over 6, 6 over 6, 4 times. So I'm borrowing one of the wholes and I'm adding it to the 1/6. Now the denominator stays the same as in most addings for all addings for fractions, but my numerator now is 6 plus 1, which is 7. And I've borrowed one of those, put it up here. I now have 3 wholes left, and I have 3 with 7/6. Okay, now I can do my subtraction. 7 take away 2. Well, 7 take away 2 is 5. Now I go to my whole numbers. 3 take away 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. So you are left with 2 and 5/6. Okay, that is subtracting with mixed numbers. We'll do one more together as an example. Let's look at 5 and a third take away 2 and 2/3. Okay, again, your thirds are just going to come straight over. Okay, and we cannot take 2 from 1, so we need to regroup. So remember, this 5 is actually 3 over 3, 3 over 3, 3 over 3, 3 over 3, and 3 over 3. Okay, that's what that actually is. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking all 5 wholes and I'm going to regroup one of them into the fraction, which means 3 plus 1 is 4. My denominator stays the same, and 5 is now 4 wholes. So I now have 4 and 4/3 take away 2 and 2/3. So now let's do our subtraction. 4 take away 2 is 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. So you are left with 2 and 2/3. You just need to remember when you're regrouping with fractions that you're borrowing from the whole, and that whatever this denominator is, it's that number as the numerator as well. That equals 1 whole. So 4 of those would equal 4. That is subtracting mixed numbers with regrouping for course 1, lesson 48.